Before we close out here for tonight, I want to ask all of the ladies across the board, what advice would you give a woman who wants to step into the space and she feels she doesn't belong? So if she wants to go into one of these male-dominated spaces and she feels like she doesn't belong, what advice would you give to her? I'll start with you first, Nanette.
I would say just go for it. Be prepared to have challenges because you're a woman, 100%. And be prepared to overcome them with just being the best that you can be.
Thank you. Amanda, you you're on mute, babes.
Oh, sorry. Kind of like how I said earlier, if there's something you're wondering, I don't think I can do this, I can't do this. All you have to do is shift your mindset into how can I do this? It's harder, it's easier said than done, but that's how you get it done.
I love that. I love that. And it just sticks with me. Take can't out of your vocabulary. So I love that, Amanda. Key.
I would tell the person to work on networking. In this industry is very important, especially during times like if you do experience layoffs, you can interact with your business agents. Like in my trade, we have a women's support group. So that's even more important to connect with the sisterhood who can help you out. Little things that you need. Maybe you need childcare or something. Just information is very important. So as far as trying to get into a place where you don't belong, I would say you can do it. You are strong. There's many different trades. There's many different paths that you can take along your journey. Your journey doesn't end with just being a journey person or man or woman. Um, you can continue to be a foreman, super, or even be a contractor, licensed, for example, plumber, a contractor, and own your own business, run things.
Yeah.
So I feel like, that's important just for you have the mindset to know that you can, first of all, do it. You can be in these rooms and just be a changing agent.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's great advice, Key. All right, Leslie.
Yeah, my advice would be you think you don't belong in a space, you do belong there. And it's really about, what you want to do and how bad you want to do it. And if you have a passion for something, and you have the skill or you have both, stick with it. Yeah, be prepared for hard work, but you should have hard work no matter what your gender is and who you are. But being a woman, is what I tell my daughter all the time, does not make you less capable of anything. If anything, it's probably gonna make you better. So just remember, whatever job or industry you want to go into, it's not limited by who's there now, because that can always change. And I think change is good and change is for the better. So just surround yourself with people that are going to support you, lift you up. And for anyone that's telling you you can't, even if it's a loved one or a family member, don't listen to them and let those limiting beliefs limit them, not you.
I know that's right. That's great. That's wonderful advice, Leslie. All right, last but not least, Dr. West.
Uh, I'm gonna kind of piggyback on what she just said. I actually had a conversation with my daughter the other day because we're trying to pick out her senior year classes and then figure out what she's going to do for college. And she's had some folks whisper some negative things to her about what she shouldn't do or can't do or whatever. And then I said, we're not going to listen to that, because one thing we're not going to do is allow somebody who gave up on their dreams to talk you out of yours, right? So, consider the source of the information. Is that person doing what they are supposed to be doing, or said they were going to do, or are they struggling themselves? So they can't give advice on how to be successful in whatever the field is if, one, they're not doing what you think you want to do, and two, they're not even doing what they said they were going to do, right? So that's the one thing. But the idea that you don't belong came from somebody else, not from you, right? So why do you think you don't belong?
Mhm.
So address that first, and then you walk into the room confidently.
Right.
So, and I think the people who say you don't belong are the ones that are worried that you're there to take their job.
Yeah.
So, um, but yeah, I like I said in the beginning, I said I feel that what makes me confident is that I put my mind to something and I accomplished it, even if I had to pivot and do something different. And I try to instill that in my children. And I always tell any of the students or residents or whatever, I said, love what you do and do what you love, and the money will come. So if you're doing what you are meant to do, you're passionate about something that's going to get you up for the next 10 or 20 years, and you do it even if you didn't get paid, then that's where you need to be. Not going for looking for money or whatever, but do what you love and love what you do, and don't let anybody talk you out of that. Don't let anybody steal your joy.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Thank you so much. So that concludes our episode 9, the Women's Month, and all of these lovely ladies. If y'all are interested in connecting with any of these ladies, y'all can go to legacyloungelive.com and fill out the form, and I can connect you to any of these ladies. So thank you so much. And then that concludes. If you want to stick around and do the trivia, you're more than welcome. You can play a little game called Kahoot. It's like 9 or 10 questions, and just kind of test your knowledge of women's history and just like have a little fun, play a little game with us. Our next episode will be April the 28th at 7 p.m. So it's always the last Tuesday of the month. We're going to be talking about side hustles, ways to make extra money. We're going to have several different people over here that you don't have to necessarily go back to school. You can make these with certifications and licenses, making extra money. So we're going to have some people on there talking about how to get some extra money. Everybody want to know how to get their bag. So tune in for that. All right. Thank y'all so much for joining in on the Legacy Lounge Live, and I will see y'all next time.